Hey Aquarius, EverlongMystic here. So we have a Loki POKI message for you. The spread is really cool. I did not invent it myself. It was created by Russell from Wrestling Around. And I do have a link in the description box to show, and it takes you to the LIFFRUMA.com website, to the article on the spread, and it explains all the placements and everything. But let's get started. Okay, Aquarius. The first placement here, this is kind of the one that calls you out. It kind of highlights a shadow aspect that needs attention. And it's basically like an energy that you're trying to avoid looking at. So Earth's grip came out for you, and at first I was a little bit confused. I wasn't sure what it was trying to say, but it has something like, it was talking about Odin in here, and I was just thinking about Odin and how he relates to the hangman. And there's something about your perspective that's maybe off a little bit, but I got the feeling that Aquarius, it's like trying to deny your fate or something, or trying to cheat the Wheel of Fortune, or I don't know, like trying to avoid your fate, because like in this card it talks about like returning to the earth, right? And no matter what, you can't cheat your fate, or you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, it just feels like there's some kind of manipulation based on fear. But like I feel like there's assumptions being had here where like you're assuming you have a certain fate and you're trying to avoid that, but I just don't know that that's right, real. I don't mean like it's not the right way to go about it. I don't know, that like you shouldn't have to deceive yourself at all, really. But yeah, it's like something about like cheating your fate, or something like that. So the next placement here, this is like, because you're not really addressing whatever this is for you, this is what you're blocking. This is what you're blocking from your life. And what you're blocking here is Ur, which is the wild ox, untamable. And this is your power. This is your power. This is your like primal creative force, right? This is your freedom. Your personal will. And it's interesting that you're using your personal will to try to manipulate your outcomes or something. And by doing that, you're literally blocking your will. It's like self-defeating, you know what I mean? I think somebody else had this in this position too. I think it was Libra. And it's like there's this little creek or flow of water, right? And I'm just seeing the bottom half of a person where they're standing on the ground and they're blocking the flow. They're putting their foot in the flow to alter the currents, or to alter the flow. And again, it's like some kind of manipulation, and I don't. And it's like there's got to be some reason why. I mean, a lot of times for this card right here, a lot of times it's just fear of. So you may just be really too focused on the outcome of things in general. But this placement here, this is how Loki pokes you. And you have Lagu, and I think Libra had this too. It was the same combination. I don't know, I'll have to go back and check. But we have the Lagu here, and this is the flow. It's like this is that flow that you're potentially trying to block here. And the way Loki pokes you is, I want to say, what was I going to say? Oh, it's about the memories. So I want to say that he gives you, like, okay, so the cosmic ocean, that can also be seen as like maybe like the Akashic, right? The Akashic ocean, where all the collective everything exists. I almost think Loki sends you bits of truth to see if you'll try to manipulate it in a way. He pokes you with the truth. Like he takes some kind of truth from all the like the Akashic water memories or whatever, and he gives you a piece of truth to see if you'll manipulate it, to see if you'll accept it or not. And it's interesting, there's even advice in here for this, because the last bubble, it says, stop drowning by fighting life's natural course. Here, it's like that's exactly what's going on. You're fighting the natural course of events. You're blocking the flow of something. Because really what you want, like, it's crazy. It's like what's intended for you is your power, right? You're intended to have this personal power, this big creative force. This is supposed to be in your life. And I don't know, it's just crazy. Well, it's not crazy, but you know what I mean. I could totally relate to this myself anyways. Now, what's really awesome here, Aquarius, is the next placement, which is kind of like how you feel about it or your reaction to being poked by little cosmic truths. You have hell, which is absolutely beautiful. It's like it clicks for you. It clicks for you. And look, check this out. The first freaking sentence. Beautiful, bright, childlike, blighted by mighty Odin in fear of his fate. What the hell? Fear of his fate. It's like this is about, and it says, oh, everything dies, like, right, everything returns, like, your fate is yours. Don't fight the natural forces. It says, raise hell to embrace life and return to the world your fullest light. That's exactly what we're trying to do here. We're trying to get you to return, right? Because you've got earth grip, return to the world and get your power, your light, your creative, your creative juices and all that good stuff. It's like, and this is how you feel about it. This is how you react, which is absolutely beautiful. It's like you get it. You totally freaking get it. So like this, I don't know that this is a very long-lived problem for you. I'm sure there are some of you that you already got the picture. You know what I mean? But this is probably one of the best reaction or responses to being poked that I've seen so far. And so the next placement here is something to explore. Like after like realizing all of this, or seeing your pattern, and like something you can explore so that you can release it, right? And I love how it's the stinkness, it's the scent tested. And I just love how this looks like some kind of arrow, just like an airplane just flying. Like you got it. You're in the air, you're flying, you got it, right? And it's funny because this is all about being fearless too. Like it's a big word that jumps out every time I look at this card, is fearless. And this whole kind of shadow thing was based on like fear, like the fear of your fate, and or the fear of what's to come. And here it's like, all right, you listened, you get it, you're not fearless anymore. It's like if you do have fear, if you still have lingering fears, That's what you're meant to explore. Because those fears can be released. So the next placement here, now this is very interesting because it's where Loki is taking you, and it looks as if, first glance, oh crap, why would Loki be taking me to an emotional bleed? That sounds horrible. But it's not so much like him trying to poke you to make you feel bad. This is, it's like it's after the release here, right? It's about clearing the pain. And in order to clear, like, after you clear the pain, you're making room for treasure. You're making room for treasure. It's like what he's doing is cleaning out your helping cleaning out your emotional closet to get rid of stuff that no longer serves you. No, you don't need it anymore. It's old stuff. Cry it out, be done, and like open your heart for some more magic, some more beauty, some more light, right? Like make room for some better stuff than old emotional wounds, you know? Because that is all that is a grim harvest, right? It's like you don't need to hold on to that. It's like loosen your grip, right? And so here, the last placement, we have Elk's protection, and this is really cool actually, because this is kind of like for me, this is like a spirit guide kind of card. And I mean, yeah, it's a card of protection, absolutely. But I get spirit guide big time with this. And I think you're meant to connect, to like have a much deeper connection with spirit. And this placement here is something that you must embrace in order to renew or refresh your life. And it's strengthening your divine connection. It truly is. It's reaching up, like reaching up to the heavens. It's like it's about divinity. And Aquarius, you can reach so far. I mean, you're already out there, right? You know, you're already out there. But yeah, it's about strengthening your divine connection to spirit. All right, so Aquarius, this is your Loki Pokey message, and I thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Aquarius.